Today I fucked up by getting threatened with legal action over a love letter I received, with screenshots. Continuing with the thread of, I'm a congealed fuck up in human form, I thought of another one to share today.
Back in 2021, I was on chatting with my then girlfriend, now wife, and we were talking about how cringy the 2000s were, ourselves included.
I shared my 100% original novel that I started writing in 7th grade about a group of teens taking over the evil school masters that try to make people depressed, and she shared some of her fanfics written about vampires.
You know, standard middle school embarrassment, right? Some of this deep diving involved accessing an email that I had long since forgotten about, but fortuitously had saved the password on my home desktop computer.
I had made a couple folders in this email. Uncle's wedding coordination, cool stuff from mom, and then a folder named Friends.
My excitement at peeking into both the inbound and outbound communication I had with friends in that span of time made me over the moon with excitement.
I forgot that I always used to sign off with CYA, see ya, and there were a lot of exchanged links to albino black sheep and Newgrounds.
Oh, the absolute memories. Weeble, if you're out there, you got me through some shit, man.
However, there was one thing that I didn't recognize.
It was an email with the subject line, "Please read," sent from someone I hadn't been good friends with since 2005. I opened it, and read what was attributed at the end as a love letter, but for the duration of reading it, made my cringy heart swell with delight. You know how dramatically people declare their love at the age of 13?
Well, this was a lot, even for that. I remembered this person, though. We were Facebook friends and had last talked in 2016. She married a mutual friend that we had from middle school, and her claimed occupation was for a company called Terra. She wasn't a stranger, but we weren't exactly BFFs anymore. I thought I knew her well enough to think that she might find a bit of humor in the letter.
I saved the letter to my desktop computer, and shut it down.
Impulsively later that week, I sent her a thing on Facebook Messenger. All I said was, going through my old email from 2006. Found something you sent. You might get a kick out of it. Unsure.
Let me know.
She replied, sure, why not? I asked for her email address, and she delivered. This is where the foo begins. See. I went on vacation immediately thereafter. I was out of town for almost a week. I forgot to send it, and didn't have access to this email on my phone. Nor did I think this matter was that time sensitive.
Apparently to her, it was very time sensitive. A few days later, she messages me, "Gonna send me something or not?"
I replied, shit, sorry, forgot.
It's on my home computer. A couple days later, while I was still gone, she messages me again, "Did you send it?"
I didn't reply to that message, because I was driving at the time. I, naturally, being an idiot, also forgot to reply to it later that night.
The next morning, she messages me, "So this is why I unfriended." Why? I don't really take anything you say beyond face value, and why I don't talk to you. Now you claim you may have some of my copywriter's work, and you take your sweet time to get it to me. Well, guess what? If it is among the many that are now copyrighted, you best know what I'm about to say next.
Get it over with. How about you stop wasting time, huh?
And send it already?
I reply. I've been on vacation and forgot about it. You alright? Her, I'm good. Just don't steal but stuff or my attorney will sue you on behalf of myself. Enjoy your vacation. Me. It was a love letter you sent 15 years ago. I thought it'd be a kick to see something you wrote that long ago, because we were kids. But, good to know who I'm dealing with. Disregard, have a good one. I really didn't like the tone, and especially when the lawyer card is dropped. I figured the best thing to do at this point was to make my exit, and hope it died down. I also was fairly certain there was no case even slightly possible to make out of this legally.
Her, I still want it, because guess what, I wrote it. And guess what?
This is just business, so get over it.
How else can I control my copyrighted works, a published author? Get over yourself and just send me the shit I wrote.
Me.
So you honestly think you can get your attorney to sue me for an email you wrote a decade and a half ago?
Just curious to see if that's where we're at.
Her, Tim says I can.
You sound like a narcissist.
Says the person claiming a cringy love letter sent as a teen is a copyrighted work. Quote dot.
Me. Ah. Ha. Interesting.
Her. I have enough power and money now to get back everything I've ever wrote because I have copies of everything.
So send me what I wrote so we can be done here.
I have no intention of being your friend. Me. If you have copies of everything, why would you need this?
And what, exactly, would the lawsuit be about? Her. Okay, narcissist. What part of I wrote it and don't know what you're talking about, so it could be anything or this is a shakedown for info, either way you can do the right then on go my list.
This is a direct transcription, I'm including typos and everything.
Not everything is going to make sense.
Me. Shakedown for what?
Her. Money dumbass.
Send me my shit.
Me.
At this point, I think I'm going to be safe and just not do that. I'll just delete it, that way everyone can walk away. In this exact moment, I was feeling 20% fearful that this could actually be trouble, and 80% just over it. Her. Okay. I am sending Tim your past apartment address, this Facebook and your number.
I knew you were a waste and white trash.
I am an author now, I don't put up with this shit.
You will be blocked and Tim will take it from here hum. Me. Give him my email too, I look forward to speaking with Tim.
Her. He's a really nice guy. Why can't you send me my property? Why bring it up?
You manipulator.
Why use it against me now?
It's mine. I just don't understand why everyone is like this when it comes to having a piece of my writing.
Everyone gets sued 5K 9K because they couldn't do the right thing. Some time passes. Wow, you suck dick.
Me. Because you're being a total dick about it, if you must know. I was going to send something to someone who was a friend, but didn't have access to it by the time you replied.
Her. This is my life work, you idiot. God, you're sick.
I am glad I haven't talked to you in ages.
You're incredibly unworthy of friendship.
Get fucked.
Enjoy the love letter and regret this moment for the rest of your life.
Me. You don't want to talk this out, I'm assuming? Her. Thanks for being another person to steal in writing.
My writing.
I don't need to talk it about, I have an attorney who handles my affairs. I'm busy. I hope you know what you get done.
It goes on.
Like. Way on. If you want to read all of the screenshots, here you go. The summary goes, I try to disengage, she keeps messaging. She calls me more names, asks if I want money, keeps threatening to sue.
She then ends a message with, be careful, which is all sorts of ominous and threatening. She tells a friend about what's going on, and the friend tells her that I'm still in love with her, and that I'm bathing in the words.
I told her, I'm thinking of getting it tattooed on me, because I'm done being offstandish. I'd rather be snarky. She threatens to send screenshots of our chat to my girlfriend, who is reading with me the entire time and laughing, and sends a particularly long super disconnected message about me being obsessed with her and referencing the tattoo thinking I was serious. She ends with, fuck the paper, I don't care you weird fucking loser. I just reply, sounds good, hoping it was over. Nope.
Hours pass, and she messages me again. You still have 2 days to make your choice. It spirals again from there. She goes on more rants. I keep asking to speak with a lawyer to get this handled faster.
Instead, she keeps insulting me, threatening me, and referencing her lawyer.
That all happened in a day. The next day, she starts a group chat with me, her, and her husband, who I knew briefly in high school.
She doubles down on the insults, and asks her husband to make me give her the letter. She pops off in the chat and neither hubby or I reply. This happens for several hours.
I've decided I'm done with the ordeal, and choose to ignore it.
She keeps saying, you have one more day, and also making vague threats that sounded like this could escalate to something physical.
That night, husband messages me, hey dude.
She's really laying into me to do something. I don't even really care, I just want her to stop. I replied to him, man, I'm really sorry this is happening. I just thought she'd find it funny. I didn't mean for anything to come of it. I mean, the only reason I'm not sending the letter is because if there is some sort of room for legal shit, I want to make sure I'm protected. She seems pretty hell-bent on doing something. Husband. Yeah, I don't blame you.
No worries, I can tell her that I asked, maybe that'll help. The next day came, and I thought I'd check my email to see if Tim had sent me anything, not a peep. Waited for the better part of the day before I wondered if I had just missed something.
I opened up Messenger. Blocked. Group chat deleted. Everything gone.
Thankfully, I saved as much as I could, just in case it ever came back to bite me. Then, a full year and 3 months later pass, and I get a message from the husband letting me know that she's still thinking about doing something.
Immediately thereafter, he blocks me again. I appreciated the heads up.
It's been 2 years since then, and I'm still waiting for Tim to reach out to me.
Too long did not read.
Attempted to share nostalgia with an old friend, accidentally stepped on a landmine and made someone threaten me with legal action and berate me for the better part of 2 days with some pretty personal stuff. We should all say a prayer for the dude married to this raving lunatic.
It's your property, she gave it to you when she sent it.
Lady can't do anything, just block them. How is a supposed writer that grammatically challenged?
I'd poke that bear. Let her rack up billable hours with her attorney. Surprise twist. There's no attorney, she's just batshit crazy. Send the hubby a condolences card.
Wow, what a roller coaster. You were just trying to share a funny memory, and it turned into a full-blown legal threat nightmare.
It's wild how she escalated things so quickly over something from 15 years ago.
The fact that she couldn't let it go and kept dragging her husband into it too. That's next-level paranoia. Sounds like she's dealing with some serious issues if she's still thinking about it years later.
You dodged a bullet by keeping your cool and not sending anything.
Not sure about the legal terms and if your jurisdiction has such laws, but couldn't you have sued her for extortion and insults?
I've always found it interesting that one of the most telling narcissistic traits is the quick and irrational accusation that everyone around you is a narcissist.